So my presentation will be about comparing sambo to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, the topics I will discuss in this presentation will be the thesis, the differences between sambo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, uh, the history of the first Ultimate Fighting Championship event, the different types of sambo, overall self-defense, law enforcement and self-defense, and the two most popular sambo fighters and champions, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Fedor Emelianenko, and the overall conclusion. So my overall thesis is that sambo is as effective for self-defense as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, the differences between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and sambo is that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a grappling martial arts that uses chokes, submissions, and leg locks, arm bars. And the goal of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match is to win by submission. Now, you can win a decision if the time limit runs out in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but in sambo, you can either win by pinning the opponent, going for an arm bar, or going for a leg lock. And in sambo, there's no chokes, while in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there are chokes. Now, with the first UFC tournament, Royce Gracie ended up winning the tournament by beating the boxer Art Jimison, by beating the catch wrestler Ken Shamrock, and in the final beating a karate master. And because of this, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was considered the best martial arts for self-defense from then to now on, because it was actually tested against the other martial arts in a fighting event. So with overall self-defense, a lot of the traditional systems that were made over the years would do strikes to the nose, strikes to the groin, and with different types of sambo, for example, combat sambo, which is more self-defense oriented, it also uses headbutts, groin strikes, punches, kicks. Combat sambo is not just a grappling martial arts, while Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tries to do only self-defense with grappling. So the overall traditional self-defense programs do not offer the same defense that the traditional self-defense does, and also combat sambo. Now, there are three main different types of sambo: beach sambo, which is done on the beach; sports sambo, which is very similar to judo but uses leg locks; and combat sambo, which is used by the military but also resembles MMA with punches and kicks and other techniques. Now with law enforcement, with self-defense, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu may not be the best option because it uses chokes, and the goal is for getting someone in that choke. But with sambo, it's all about pinning and taking the person down, and because it isn't focused on chokes, it's much better at restraining the person in self-defense situations involving law enforcement. So the two biggest sambo champions and UFC champions are Khabib Nurmagomedov and Fedor Emelianenko. Now, Khabib is the current UFC champion, and Fedor used to be the Pride FC heavyweight champion. And for a lot of people in the MMA community, they are considered the best fighters. Now, my overall conclusion is that because sambo is more of a grappling for focused martial arts with pins and takedowns, and the fact that variations of sambo uses more traditional self-defense protocols like headbutts, groin strikes, all of that stuff, that overall sambo is a, a more effective form of self-defense, and that sambo is a fighting style that is as good or even better than Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Thank you. Bye.